me, eHammer23, and Steelers Guru is your host. So I was looking around Twitter the other day here. Actually, it's been everywhere. Madden has done nothing to the new franchises. Like the next year's franchise, Madden 21. A lot of boycotts going on. A lot of people not wanting to buy Madden 21 because it looks like the franchise is just a copy from this year and last year and last year. You know what I mean? Just the same franchise.
Right. Yeah. If you go on Twitter, actually, fix Madden franchise is trending.
It really, yeah.
So, we're getting a lot of support as far as everybody banding together, Madden players and whatnot.
Yeah.
We're trying to get these people to fix franchise. Like, if they really wanted to put the effort in the franchise mode, I think franchise mode could be the best mode Madden has to offer.
For sure, because it's like the real NFL except virtual. It's 16, 17 weeks, 16. It's everything the NFL is,
right?
Just virtual.
Exactly. Everybody wants to go to the NFL, but we all know you can't go to the NFL, and the next best thing is to play Madden. So if they can incorporate everything that's real in a real NFL and put it in Madden and put the time and the effort to do it, that could be something really special, and that can make them more money than they would ever imagine.
Yeah. 100%.
And
I don't know. It's what it is that they are making more money off Mutt because that's the only franchise they put, or not franchise, but the only thing they really care about, or a long shot or KO. If they put time into franchise, I feel like franchise is just as much played as Mutt. It just doesn't get the recognition that Mutt gets.
Right, and there's little things that they can do to monetize franchise mode if they really put the time and effort into it. Like, for instance, new uniforms for your team. Hey, they can charge people like $3 for a 1934 throwback that you might think is a cool looking uniform to have your team wear during games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And things like that, but they don't put the time and effort to figure it out. So they don't come up with things like that to, maybe monetize franchise.
Exactly. And we actually got football players actually getting involved in this too. We have Tony Jefferson here. He tweeted at EA Madden NFL, "Why do you guys refuse to make changes to the franchise mode? What's the true backstory to this?" And he said, "LOL, we need an explanation at least. If it's broke, just tell us." Which I don't believe it's not broke, but I know what he means. Like, why he's asking why is nothing being done? It makes no sense. It's not a dead mode. It's played everywhere, thousands and thousands of leagues every year. That's what he's saying. They're like, what's up with this?
Yeah, I think Madden's just trying to they're putting all their time and energy in the face of the franchise.
And but face of the franchise, it's like I don't understand how they are doing that, which they are, but it's like, what, a couple, it doesn't last that long. The face of franchise thing doesn't last that long, and after that it's just playing games over and over again, nothing to it.
Right. Well, I think is they got jealous of 2K because 2K has what do they have, the career mode?
Yeah, my player.
Exactly. So I think that they're just trying to copy off of 2K, but don't try to copy off of 2K. Do something different. Find your niche and do something different. Make franchise better than 2K's franchise. 2K is concentrating on my park and their career mode. Okay, just give them that. Just concede that to them. But make your niche franchise and do that better than 2K. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, get into this franchise. Like, make training camp. Let's do training camp. Let's do mini camp. Just figure out a way to make it more immersive and exciting. Holdouts, contract holdouts, different things like that. Different things like that. Just make scouting more exciting. Make us, let us interact with the different draft picks. Let us sit in the stands at the NFL Combine and watch 40s and watch them lift weights and run routes and
Oh,
things
you
like
know they're not
that.
going to let us do that now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, but I've been saying it, and I know that I don't foresee them making any big changes to the franchise until Madden 22, when they get
Yeah.
a whole year to really focus on Madden for next generation consoles. Now you got the power of the next generation console. You got all this storage that you can do things with. I'm not trying to give them an excuse, but and then you got COVID that came this year, and I'm sure that they, like the rest of the United States, shut down for a little bit.
Yeah.
So that probably got into some of their development time as well. So, but they do have a lot of money, and it is up to them to appease their customers and to make sure that we are satisfied, and we're not.
Exactly. It's, I mean, I'm going to buy the game still. I'm not going to boycott the game, but I hope people, it's trending. Like you said, it's trending. So I hope EA sees it, which I know they have. Now it's going to be, do they care? Do they not care?
I think, and I hope that this is going to really influence them as far as the way they develop and market the game. I'm like you said, I'm going to buy Madden simply because I'm a hardcore football fan. I just love
Yeah.
football. So, and I love playing football, both physically and on a video and virtually on a video game. So,
And if you want a league, you're going to have Madden 21 because if people's not going to want to stick with Madden 20. Even though it's just going to be updated rosters, you already know people's going to want their leagues on Madden 21.
yeah, not unless we all came to a census, like we put it in a group chat and all 32 users is like, hey, let's boycott. Then,
Yeah.
I'm a rap with y'all. And, we going to boycott, and we going to be a team and boycott it. we going to do it.
Yeah. Well, I want to bring up a few things here before we talk about server upgrades, league upgrades, and everything. One funny thing, actually, is our last podcast, I put out challenges, correct?
Yes.
One was a shutout, $20. You have to DM me, so I know that you listened. The 49ers shut out the Cardinals in, I think, the divisional round.
He did.
And he never messaged me for his $20.
Well, he going to hear this, so be prepared for the DM.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully he hears this. I know he will. Also, 2 giveaways going on right now, guys. We got the basically a fan appreciation picture. I don't know what you want to call it, but like supporting your team. Who has the best character and supporting their team? There's a giveaway for that where you post a picture of yourself in team gear, and you get whoever wins that Sunday at 1 Eastern will get $10. We only have 2 so far, the Guru and Jeremy, but I expect we're still new with the public thing, so I expect it to go up by Sunday. We also have our first 250 members for you outsiders listening. Get a $50 giveaway. Enter a $50 giveaway. You'll get paid the same day we reach 250 members, PayPal or Cash App. So if you guys are tuning in, know that. Invite your friends. So those are giveaways there. Now I want to get on the topic about, this is pretty huge. This changes the entire league, about the server. The server is half the league because that's where you communicate, trade, and everything, and then new upgrades to it. How do you like that so far?
I love the server. I think it's going to get us more people coming in here to interact with us, to interact with different people. We got 2K, my player finder. So I know we got people to play Madden, but if you play 2K2, you can come into our server and you can find other players to play my park with. So we got a lot of things. We got a store where you can go. We got a couple graphic designers in here. So if you need a logo or some graphics done to promote whatever you're trying to promote online, you can find those here. And we got some other things in the work. This server that we have here that we use to communicate. God willing, is just going to keep getting bigger and better, and it's definitely going to be the place to go for your many needs.
exactly, more than a league. So the concept, you mentioned most of it. The concept is to make a Madden server, like hundreds and hundreds of Madden servers, but there's real giveaways. Real
Mm-hmm.
giveaways. Most of these places are fake giveaways. There's a featured league. So you go into it, you have nothing to do, you can watch some football. We
Mm-hmm.
have AHFL TV, we have the podcast, we have the highlights, we have the members' personalities in a public chat. You also can promote your league. And when I say promote, like you can literally go in a designated area, and if you're an Xbox member, you can see Xbox leagues that are being promoted or PS4 leagues that are being promoted. And a lot of service get you in by saying, yo, you can promote this league, but you really can't. It's just a way to get you in a server. So basically, not everybody's coming for AHFL, and I don't expect that. But when people are coming into the league, you're also seeing us. Like, there's no way you're not going to see us. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big target to get people to know the AHFL while having all the perks of a Madden server and 2K server.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't know if you mentioned, but we also have designer stores here. Right now we have Doof Arts. He actually made our new logo for us.
Yeah, we got a new logo. So, you know, we're just things are rolling out. Things are rolling out, and I'm just excited to see what the future holds for our league. I got a new video coming out. It will be posted tomorrow at the divisional round of the playoffs. So you guys keep following the story of our league, AHFL Adults Hardcore Fans League. I'm highlighting our users. There's going to be storylines. We got users that are creating rivalries with other users, as you can see from the group chat with Mr. Colvin and Eagles there. After the Super Bowl, things got a little heated a little bit.
They're still talking in the league chat.
Right. So our story is going to be one to watch.
And like I said, we have some things that we're hoping happens. We're hoping that Game of the Weeks have broadcasters, like commentators, like a real football game, not the Madden people that repeat the same things over and over.
Right.
We also have a huge media person. I don't know when he's going to be back. He's doing some stuff, but Weather Beast is going to hopefully help us out with some stuff in the future, a couple months into the future. Don't know when, but we're looking forward to that. And also, something just slipped my mind here. What was I said league chat. Okay, yeah. So we also got wanting to get some betting going on with the league. Nothing too serious, but I was thinking about it. And Gruber, like you said, you're like, yeah, we can get some betting lines going on for Game of the Weeks and stuff. And I was like, it's gonna be hard to get the sports books to buy it. But then I started thinking, the way we're growing our server, we don't need a sports book. We can have our own little sports book in the casino in the betting tab. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm looking forward to that in the future. We don't know when that's going to happen, guys. It could be 6 months down the road. Like I said, it's a process. Nothing becomes big overnight.
It is a process, you know, and we'll just keep me and E Hammer and our commissions. Shout out to the commissions again. We'll keep racking our brains trying to figure out different and new things to do to the server to keep you guys interested in the server. We might have some fantasy football in the future.
Yeah.
You know, we might do something really interesting with that, with fantasy football within our league. You know, you mentioned betting lines. We're actually working right now to get the PayPal or the Cash App into our server, you know, so we could do everything from the server as far as money and with betting and things like that. So we got stay tuned, guys. We got some real interesting and exciting things going on with our league and within the server.
That's for you guys. The guys are not even in the league. Like I said, just stick around here. You'll like it. Like I said, there's a lot more than just the league too. So.
Right, and I'll be live streaming next Madden season on Facebook Gaming, so you can catch me. I know my wife always teases me, man, you act crazy when you playing that game. So if you want to see me act crazy, you can tune in to Steelers Guru and you can watch me play. Like I said, I'll be live streaming. Hopefully, it will be on multiple platforms such as YouTube Live and Facebook Live and things like that. So you guys can check me out, watch me when I play, and we'll communicate with each other as I play. And it's going to be fun at a different element.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, we're doing 24-hour advances for re-sign periods and all that because we don't want to keep you guys waiting. So the draft will be Sunday, 1 Eastern. Or not 1 Eastern, 9 Eastern, correct?
9
Sunday,
p.m.
9
Eastern,
Eastern,
yes,
9
sir.
p.m. This is an official AHFL interview featuring Mr. Colvin, a.k.a. The Chargers.
All right, so congratulations, Mr. Colvin.
Thank you.
On your first AHFL Super Bowl. I know you was in the league for a couple seasons before and you came back, so this is your first one. You said you've been to a couple NFC championship games because you used to use the Rams, but now you had your favorite team, the Chargers, and just want to give that congratulations, man. You are an elite skilled user playing with a great team, and you combine those two, man, and you win some bowl, and you won that thing, brother.
And the unique thing about it too is you won a pretty important Super Bowl, I'd say, because it was open to the public. We actually had we just started this public chat 3 days ago, and we had 5 members that watched. That's not even in the league that watched the Super Bowl. You won the first recorded Super Bowl, and what I mean by that is it's on the chat. You can go and see previous winners now. You also won the first award for AHFL for the Super Bowl. Probably the biggest AHFL Super Bowl yet, and you won it, so that's props on that.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. No, this is cool. This is it's definitely starting to develop. Like Guru said, I was here before, so a lot's changed even in a little bit since being back. Since you played the Super Bowl the last season, it's different. Yeah. A lot's changed, a lot's grown. So excited to see where you guys go from here.
Exactly. We want to talk about your ups and downs of the season. You didn't have any downs, but how do you think it's your regular season went overall?
Brick spanked me that day. The one game I did.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my down. I don't really want to talk about it. As far as the ups, what specifically? Just like game by game, or just kind of what was going good for me?
Yeah, what was going good? What were you doing to win games? Who did you play? Was there any great users you played that you beat? Anything?
I want to say the biggest game was really playing was you early on, just because you had just come off that Super Bowl. Yeah, you came off that Super Bowl, so I kind of was keyed in, and then you wanted to rub my nose in a little bit when you beat me at UGFL. So I'm not taking 2 in a row. Colvin doesn't do those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a big one for me, just to kind of one, play with the new team, just because Herbert, personally, on an actual fan level, I wasn't real pumped about having Herbert. So then having to really ride with him in the game was tough for me. But kind of coming around to it. So that first one was a big one. Especially just kind of coming back, a lot of new people in the league that didn't know me from the last time I was in the league. So kind of getting my name back from that game. Guru's game in the regular season and in the playoffs, just because his run defense is tough. And I try to start everything off with my run game and play defense and kind of feel the game out from there. Just trying to turn the ball over. So yeah, anybody who was really keyed in on stopping the run for me, those games was a little bit more difficult. And then, if you're throwing the ball a little bit too much against me, just with the defense that I like to run, because I'm not running a whole lot of like individual man stuff, I'll mix it up here and there to kind of like throw some people off or like run individual man-to-man coverage on individual receivers. But for the most part, I'm waiting for people to make a mistake.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened in our game. I made a lot of them there. You had a great game. I think you actually blew me out.
Yeah, it was close though. I remember that one being tight. I want to say to like the mid-third, and then I don't know, like
yeah,
4 picks after that.
Yeah, I threw like 4 picks. I remember. I don't want to remember. And then Guru, what happened with y'all's game? Who won? Well, I know Coolvin won, but was it close?
Yeah, our game was pretty close. I think I was winning in the first half, like 10-7.
Yeah.
And then like I threw 4 interceptions. I had like 2 red zone picks.
Oh, nice.
Juju dropped a touchdown in the end zone in I think it was the first or second quarter that would have put me up like 14-7. And it's just tough because his defense is tough. You gotta really. It's like you gotta really hang in there. You can't really make no mistakes. You gotta really play perfect for real.
Exactly.
And so I threw 4 interceptions, and I threw a pick 6, and I was really the tail of the game. But the first half, it was definitely close. It was definitely close.
Yeah.
The playoff game, it was just really, he just dominated me. Like I just,
I
just got dominated. That first drive, I scored on my first drive, a touchdown. I went for it on a 4th and 1, came out in a shotgun, and my tight end scored a touchdown. Then after that, it was just over, man.
Yeah, because I know that you scout a lot, and I know that you really know what you're doing. And I'm waiting for like same thing, like I'm waiting for you to make a mistake. I saw you guys' game beforehand, and those picks left and right. So like all I knew was like, all right, if I don't turn the ball over, Gurus might throw me a couple. Either that or he's going to play real conservative and punt the ball to me. So it was ball control from there. And, I tried to take away some of the things that you did that first drive. But, your run was dialed in that first game. So I wanted to stop that. But then without Connor, too, so that helped me out, obviously.
Yeah, I lost Connor. I lost Connor because on a non-contact, he ran for 60 yards, didn't get touched. And when he got to the end zone, kneeled down hurt.
Moving on here. Your playoff run. I know it was mainly a roller coaster, including the playoffs where I won some money off you. But what about the Jets? He did give you a struggle as well. I think you won by one score.
Close.
One score.
I've been on like 1 or 2 points. It was like 17-15 or something weird.
17-13.
17-13.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what do you want to say about that? Like, do you think it was a roller coaster? Do you think you had struggles getting there? Was the Super Bowl harder to score? Or
what was that?
Super Bowl, was it closer than what the score indicated in your opinion, or do you just think you manhandled them the whole game?
Back up a little bit. I'm gonna go to the Jets game. The Jets game was a tough one. It was different points of time where I was like, I just gotta stay close and I'm gonna make a play. That was kind of what it was for me. Just because like I know the way that I play the game. My running game just wasn't going. And that's what but it gave me enough that I was able to kind of keep my balance. And again, I just didn't want to have any major turnovers. So I was getting 2 or 3, and then I would like almost hit a crease and hit like 4 or 5 yarder that like probably could have went for like 20. So I was like, eventually one of these is gonna pop for me. And it never happened. I don't know how many carries I had in that game, but it was a lot of runs, a lot of short runs, but it was ball control. And as long as I kept him from scoring too many points to force me into throwing the ball, I knew I just had to keep it close. But even with that, like it got to be tense in the fourth quarter. I think he missed a kick, and then I turned around, had the ball at midfield, got a first down, and I missed a kick, and then it was just crazy from there. But definitely a defensive struggle. And then what was the question about the Super Bowl?
It was 24-3. Was it closer than the score indicated, or did you manhandle them the whole game?
No. I'm not gonna say I manhandled them, but I never felt like the game was in doubt. Like think it was 3-0 early. I got a scoop and score. I want to say three or four drives in, but if you pull up the stats, I want to say like he had like 50 total yards going in the fourth quarter.
Oh wow!
So again, like everybody played me tougher offensively at least before I got to that point in the Super Bowl. So, 50 yards is going to be hard to win the game. So I had my defensive touchdown. So it's 10-0 there. I went up 17-0. And again, he threw picks. I think he threw 3 in the first like 2.5 quarters. His run game, I was really keyed in on that. So like I watched maybe a stream and a half of some of his games, and dive, power. He was eating on his run game.
Yeah, power. He loves that power. He loves power.
Yeah, so like I loaded up. So I was in the 46 a lot of the time. I actually switched Derwin because I had him at free safety most of the entire season. I switched him to my starting strong so I could put him in the nickel. I blitzed him off the edge, so I would pinch gaps so he couldn't go power, and we tried to bounce out. Then Derwin was there. I didn't do too many crazy things, but like, yeah, I was just really keyed in on like the inside run. So one, I prepped for it like in my training, so I had the little boost there. I had Derwin in the box most of the game, and I was really worried about his speed on the outside. Like he has some pretty fast receivers, but he never used them. So after a while, I completely disrespected some of his aspects of the pass game. So like the flat was open a lot of times because I loaded the box in the 46. So like he never hit the flat really. He didn't go over the top with his faster receivers. He didn't even hammer both of you guys. If you press me, I'm gonna challenge you over the top. I don't care if I catch it or not, but you're not gonna sit and like disrespect me, like my ability to throw the ball over the top for the duration of the game. And he might have done that a handful of times, like where he tried to go over the top, but at the point when he was trying to do it, like the game was pretty much over. So yeah, halfway through the third, I want to say, after the red one shut down, he kind of went to passing. I was like, oh yeah, if you're gonna pass the ball as much as he needed to pass the ball, kept coming back, it was a wrap. So you spread the D line, you pass commit, and I was lurking over the middle. So he held the ball for forever. He didn't keep anybody in the backfield to help block. So yeah, it was 24-3. Like I could have put up more points, but Super Bowl's not a time to get cute and try to like dunk, like pour it on anybody. Like I knew I was gonna win the game like pretty early on. So I was like, let's just keep it going.
I thought so too. It wasn't exciting gameplay wise, but it was exciting seeing you win because I had you all year winning. So
appreciate it. Yeah, it was a weird game. Like I was like kind of like
smart,
pumped going into it. Yeah. I was like pumped going into it. Like I needed to be focused, but then I don't know. It was definitely a weird game, like gameplay wise. Like even when like I was running the ball on him, like I knew he was gonna run the ball every first down.
Yeah.
Like every single first down. So and he never really came out of that. So that was cool for me at least. Defensively, there was not a whole lot for me to think about. And then offensively, I'm running the ball a lot.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. Every first down, I was running the ball, whether it was a trap, sweep, some kind of wham motion. Like I was running the ball. But he never really came out of what he was doing. He went wide 9 a lot. He pinches guys, and I don't know. It was a really vanilla defense. And it's like that's how I would play. That's how I did play when I was in control of the game. That's not a way to play when you're down 2 or 3 scores. But I don't know. You guys saw the chat. He said he gave up.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
Yeah, and then when you can really key on somebody, when you're running every first down, you can really key on it, and then you can start run committing even if you want to.
Right.
And
Yeah, he didn't even do that. Yeah, and I would bait him into some of his runs too, where it's like I knew where he wanted to go. I wouldn't shift the line, but I'd have guys on the backside. I was spying safeties. I was slanting my D line to where he was going to be running, and I didn't see any of that from him. Like I don't know if he just didn't make adjustments or like he said, like he thought it was a wrap, so he was
pressure.
Just like, wanted to go to bed. I don't know what was up.
Yeah, I knew once you got that fumble, his quarterback fumble, and you took it in for 6. I kind of knew there the momentum was on your side. With your defense, I mean, you really got to keep it close with you. You can't get behind with that defense that you got and expect to come back. Like if you down two touchdowns or 17 points, because with that defense is really the percentage like not at all. You're not going to come back. So you really got to keep it close. And in order to keep it close, you really have to play super dope defense yourself. Like the Jets, he has a really good defense.
Yeah.
With that team, and I seen how close the score was. Me and him had a close score too. In the season we played in the season, I think it was like 1917. I missed the ice the kicker. He iced me with like 50. It was a 50-yard field goal, and I was iced, and the wind was like 10 miles per hour, and I ended up missing it. So that game would actually probably won me the division, but we all know how that happened. But yeah, the Jets, man. Shout out Jets, man. And, I love
shout
it
out Jets.
Yeah, because I love it when you can take a lower overall rated team and then you can get damn near to the Super Bowl. I love that.
Yeah, and he ran mostly out of the 34. Usually, like, I can run most people out of the 34, but he stuck with it all game, and it was like nothing I could do to get him out of that. So yeah, like you said, stick skills for sure. The adjustments that he made, yeah, he's nice.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 more questions for you here. They're quick ones, because I know you got to get going soon here. What's your opinion on the league? Like, how do you like it?
No, it's good. Some long ass quarters. So you really got to block out some time. But no, as far as like the sliders, the gameplay, like how realistic it is, I really like it. That's why I made a conscious effort to try to come back to it. Because I was in another league with a lot of some of those OG players from AHFL.
Yeah.
And then loop back around just because like I miss like the authenticity, because like some of the sliders on that one, for as far as XP, like everybody's team was like 94, 95 at this point. So yeah, like I missed it. Appreciate like being let back in. Appreciate having my team, because that NFC West was no joke when I was in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, especially with all the new changes you guys got coming on deck and kind of expanding, it's exciting.
Yeah, we're definitely. We was talking before you join, and we're going to try to take this as far as we can take it. I'm privy to what's on YouTube right now, and there's really nothing as far as a league and highlighting 32 users. So where I want to take it is 32 great users. I know that's going to be hard to do, have everybody with stick skills and everybody's great and play simulation or whatever, but that's the vision, that's the goal. And with users like you, I got to give it up to the users and all the shout out users, all the commissions. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. But that's the vision we're going to try to take it. And if we can get some shine because of it, then we'll be blessed. We'll be blessed. What else do I want to say? Yeah, we got, like you said, a lot of people coming back. We got a new Chiefs user, so he should be some competition for you. He's been DMing me. He's pretty enthusiastic about getting in there.
Okay.
We had him play a game against the Eagles. As far as I like to put new users through a game against the commish to see how their gameplay skills is, to see if if their play style is right for this league. And he ended up beating the Eagles, so that's going to be some more competition for you in the AFC West.
Was that unranked?
Yeah, it was a head-to-head. I watched, and I actually watched that game because Eagles twitched it, and I like the way he plays. He plays realistically, switches up his offense, switches up his defense, and and I think that's going to be some good competition for you. And of course, Broncos is coming back. He had a down year, but I think that's not going to happen again. I don't think. And
his team was bad. I was getting free runs with the quarterback. I felt bad for him. Like he didn't have a shot. Some of his games.
Right. Who? Oh, and you got the Raiders. The Raiders should be, he should be better next year. So you'll have some more comp in the AFC West, and then with the new users that we got coming in, more stick skills. I'm sure Marvo. He came back. It's more stick skills. So we getting some great users up in here. But one other question I wanted to ask you. So for the users that want to be able to compete and win the Super Bowl like you just did, what advice would you have for users that want to be able to win the chip?
Really, for me, like the biggest thing was play good, don't turn the ball over, and you always have a shot. that's easier said than done, obviously. But as far as just like a quick anecdotal thing, yeah, play good D. Um, Understanding like people's tendencies too. Like for me to be able to kind of like break down, I didn't watch dude's game all that much. Like I said, I watched a game and a half, and I had a really like good idea of like his tendencies and what he wanted to go to. And like I tell you guys, like I'm a busy dude, so I don't have a shit ton of time to like play a ton of Madden. But just from like me knowing football, and I've been playing Madden since like actual John Madden on the PC, like '98. So it's not like a new thing for me. So I understand Madden, I understand football and people's tendencies, and you know how to take those things away. So that helps me on defense, and then on offense, if you can air it out like Hammer does and score like 60 points a game, cool. That's not me. So I'm trying to. If I score 30, I feel like I should be able to win every game I play. So my whole offensive like perspective is completely different. So for me, it's just like if I could run the ball, control the clock, control the game, and play good defense, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you, do you hit practice mode at all?
Never. I know I need to, but because with the rules and everything, like I'm stuck in the Chargers playbook, so I know that like mostly front and back. There's some things I just refuse to touch just because it's never been successful for me. But for the most part, like I know what I want to do and what I want to get accomplished, so I don't run too much stuff in the practice mode.
Mm-hmm.
I know I need to get into the skills trainer a little bit because I feel like I leave a lot of yards on the table running the ball. I actually did a little bit before the Super Bowl, but actual practice mode, not so much. Like I said, I really hop on Madden. Like I get in the chat, I'm like, cool. You want to play at 6? That's it. I don't do too much extra.
Yeah.
I try. Like I got 2 leagues. I got UGFL and I got this one. So that's it for me as far as my Madden goes. And even that, like I'm like starting.
That's actually 2 leagues I'm in now too. Only.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm just in this one. I'm just devoting all my time into this one. So I definitely hear you. I don't touch MUT. I don't touch.
Right.
I used to touch head to head just to test out new plays. That's how I actually became a good sim user. Is I would just go to practice mode and find new plays, then play head to head to test out new plays to see if they worked or not. Because some plays just don't work. You know what I mean? They're just there in the playbook just to be there. They don't work. So I'd rather just test it out to see if they see for myself or not. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to next season for sure.
Me too.
But like Marvel, and kind of everybody getting their feet wet with these newer rosters. Father beginning the league full time. The NFC is gonna be interesting, so I'm looking forward to that. But as far as any like original content, anything for me, nada.
I'm about to put you on the spot. Though. So, besides yourself, who's your top 5 users?
Oh, speaking of, Guru, you had me at 4?
I had you at 3 last time. I had you at 3.
I felt like it was 4.
I had you at 3 last time. There was a point I think I did have you. I think I did have you lower than 3, but I think last time I did have you at 3.
I was a little hurt. I can't really give you a top 5 because I haven't played everybody yet. And then with the new users, like Father's up there in no particular order. Father's up there. His cerebral game is crazy. Marvel defense, no matter it doesn't matter whose team you give him, like his defense is stupid. You guys are up there. The Broncos users up there. I'll give him benefit of the doubt because it's last season. Like I said, this team was terrible. I feel like I'm missing people. I need to look at like the league list. So yeah, you definitely put me on the
The Eagles. You can't say the Eagles.
I mean, I don't have a lot to go based off of. So like, I know he's 15-1. I wasn't impressed when we played in our Super Bowl, and I give him that. Like maybe he had
NFC is
bad game.
Too.
Is it
weaker than AFC by a long shot? Yeah, your 15-1 was probably 10 times more impressive than his.
Okay, and even that, like I was looking at some of his scores, and I'm like, you 15-1, but like some of these games was kind of tight.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I know how you guys went over one of the last podcasts or videos of like points scored against, and like the disparity of points for and points against wasn't super crazy. Again, I'm not gonna say he's bad. I don't think he's a bad user, but I definitely was expecting more when I loaded it up yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with the excuses afterwards, I'm not like, it's hard for me to put him top 5 when I've played Father multiple times. I've played you guys multiple times. I've played Marvo. And like, you know, when there's no more tricks to pull out the bag and like, I know what you're doing, like, can you stop it? That's where I feel like, all right, like you're a real ass user. Like, what I'm going to do, I know what you're going to do. We both know each other's tendencies. Like when you play in your division for years and years and years, or seasons and seasons, and there's no more surprises and like, there's nowhere to hide. That's where I feel like I can really judge how good somebody actually is. So for me to play him once and like for it to go down the way it did and like there's to be no adjustments, like that's why. There's no real shade at him, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way to not get a good game after.
Yeah, he was lucky to be, I think, my personal opinion, he was lucky to be in the Super Bowl because 49ers had that game in the bag. Like, he had that. He had it. Like,
he's going to be mad at you talking about this.
Then he started going, he lost by 2 points, and he started going for 2. I think the first time he went for 2 was like the third quarter. I was like, dude, why are you going for 2 so early? Just chill, like play the rest of the game. You know what I mean? And he ended up going for 2 again. Then he missed the 2 field goals. And I had him as my dark horse. We did the podcast, and Hammer asked me, he said, who's your dark horse going into the playoffs? The 49ers. And this dude almost went to the NFC Championship game. So, yeah, I was kind of disappointed.
Funny story about him. We played I don't know. It's weird how Madden matches us up all the time. But the Chargers and 49ers playing preseason all the time. So it's almost like just a warm-up game for us both going into seasons. And we played before this season, and he was beating me. Like, the game was over. I was a little frustrated. And dude did a fake field goal and scored on it. And I'm like, the fuck? And the extra point, he does a fake field goal and scores again. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was ready for it and everything, and I just couldn't. So I pulled that. I used that against Hammer in our first game. And it was perfect just because I had Tyrod back there. And then I pulled it out of my bag again because I couldn't move the ball. Like, I was getting 4th and 1 a lot. So then I pulled it again in that game, and that ended up being the score that really won it for me. So shout out to 49ers. Shout out to Ed.
Repping God.
Yeah. Appreciate the fake field goal on me in preseason, running up the score. Helped me with the bowl.
Yeah, and I gotta give you props, man, because you're influencing my off season. I know you did your thing with Herbert, and so I'm going to dump my veteran quarterback or not start him. I'm trying to go with somebody that's like 75 overall, and so I can build him up, so that I can put more pieces around my team because I gotta play to beat you. You the king. You at the top. So if I'm gonna be the king, and if I'm going to the top, I gotta beat you. So I gotta develop my roster during this offseason to strictly beat your team, man.
How much cap space you got?
I'm not sure, but I know I want to dump Ben Roethlisberger's salary. So hopefully I could get a bag of peanuts in a trade or something like that. So I can go get a quarterback that's like a 75 overall. Maybe I can get Trubisky and maybe work some magic with him, or just a quarterback so that I can put some more pieces in my team. My defense, I love my defense. My defense is sort of like yours. I got a whole bunch of players in the secondary that's above like an 85 overall. Minka Fitzpatrick, I think I got him at like a 90 overall. My defensive line is great. I got Devin Bush. I lost him from 6 games this year. I was swole. But I need some receivers. I need a Juju, man. I'm about to put him in the block, man. Because he
Send him.
He was disappointed in me. He disappointed this year, especially that game against you where he dropped that TD pass. I was ready to ship him out right after that game.
He want to come home to LA anyway. I'll send you something for him.
Give me Keenan Allen.
I don't know about that.
Or Mike Williams in the pick. What's up? It's like
I do that. Don't have me load up.
So you definitely major props to you, man. You influencing my off season, bruh.
I appreciate it.
All
And what you
right.
got for the offseason?
Huh?
My off season's pretty much trade Naeem Hines and get a new quarterback. That's about it. Not much. I like my team. I've been trying to get Hurts off of Jeremy, the Eagles, but he keeps talking about his cap space being negative $6 million. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I think that's about to wrap it up, though. I think about the timeout and everything. So
Cool.
thanks for stopping by. Hope to have you back sometime. Looking forward to next season.
Oh, yeah.
And really, that wraps it up for our podcast. Very much to talk about, is there? As of now, do you have anything else?
No, sir. That's pretty much it.
Alrighty, well, this is eHammer23
And this is the Steelers Guru.
signing out.
Peace.